All right, all right. Greetings, greetings, welcome. We are talking about dreams today. And dreams, your dreams are very real experiences. A lot of people, we grow up, we have a nightmare, we run to our parents and we're like, oh my God, I had a bad dream, I had a bad dream. What's the first thing they tell us? They'll tell us, oh, calm down, it's just a dream, and so we'll slowly develop a programming within our mind telling us that dreams are not real. Dreams are inconsequential. Dreams are something that we need to pay no attention to, when the exact opposite is true. Our dreams are very real experiences. When you go to sleep at night, your consciousness is shifting from your physical body to your astral body, and you're experiencing your inner reality. You know what I mean? As above, so below, as within, so without, the universal law of duality. Everything in your outer reality is a direct reflection of what's going on inside in your internal reality. I mean, our senses, our physical senses of sight, smell, taste, touch, audio, these are your doorways into experiencing your outer reality. Without them, you would have nothing to experience. You would not know that you existed in this physical 3D reality without these senses. But when we go to sleep at night, we are closing our eyes and removing our attention from these outer senses. And we are taking our attention inward and connecting with our inner senses of our astral body. Because when you're dreaming, you're not seeing things with your physical eyes. You're not hearing things with your physical ears. You are seeing them with your astral senses, your astral eyes, your astral ears, your astral sense of touch. Have you ever looked and seen your hands in a dream? Have you ever looked down and looked at them? They're like meat sausages. They're much bigger. It's a whole different body that you're using. I mean, this physical body is just a vehicle. A lot of us are so ingrained and attached to it because that's all we know, because of how strong and powerful our conscious mind is and our ego is when it develops, and it fully develops around the age of 7. So it's such a strong connection that we lose sight of anything outside of it. So we fully identify with this vehicle. That's like getting in a car and never leaving for 30 years. You're still inside the car. You'll start to think that you are that Nissan Sentra, you know what I mean? Because you've been attached and inside it and never left it for so long. But we leave it every single night. Whether you believe it or not, whether you know it or not, it's still happening every single night. You are closing off your attention from the physical senses and you are moving inward. Your consciousness is shifting from your physical body to your astral body, and you are observing what's going on inside in your internal reality. So what is that? What is actually happening? What is it that we're actually seeing and viewing? First I want to get that as a baseline, because that alone can provide so much. If you don't know how to decode your dreams properly, that alone can provide so much insight, because then you can realize and understand that everything that you're looking at and observing and experiencing within your dream is an aspect of your own consciousness, because you're no longer observing and experiencing your outer reality. You're now going inward and experiencing your inner reality. And we can connect with each other, so there are times where you can experience with other people within your inner reality, like visitation dreams and things like that. But for the majority of the time and the majority of people, you are experiencing and interacting with things within your own consciousness, aspects of your own consciousness. The people in your dream are the different characteristics of your own personality. You know what I mean? So the people in your dream are going to show you different ways of being. Because all of us are capable of being lovely. All of us are capable of being resentful. All of us are capable of being angry. All of us are capable of being full of joy, at peace, abundant, everything, all these different aspects we're all capable of being. And then our dreams will show up. The people in our dreams will show up to convey what characteristics are showing up in our waking life. So you want to really pay attention to your dreams, because they're going to give you tremendous insight into how you've been using your mind the day or two before. You know what I mean? So if you're having a dream where you're driving down the road and then the car breaks down and you got to fix the car, to keep going, and then you're trying to figure out how to fix the car. Like I said, this physical body is a vehicle that we use to traverse and experience this physical reality. So a car in a dream is going to represent the body, the vehicle that we use to reach our goals. And if the car is breaking down, then it just is indicating that dream is calling for you to give more attention to your physical body because it's breaking down. How is it being broken down? And then you can catch certain health things, with a dream like that before it actually becomes a serious problem. And so there's tremendous insight that your subconscious mind is given to you within these dreams. Because just like your conscious mind is the mind that your physical body uses within this physical reality, your subconscious mind is the mind that your soul uses within the fourth dimension, which is time. So you're no longer limited by time. Right now we're still locked in the present moment. The future, what we have plans for later today, the future never occurs. It's just the ever evolving present moment. The past is dead and gone. There's just the ever evolving present moment that we are locked in within this 3D reality. But you're no longer limited by that and locked in when you move into the fourth dimension, which is where dreams occur. So you can perceive different lines of probability. That's where deja vu comes in. You can move into your past and experience things from past lifetimes and things like that. And so there's a lot unlocked within your dreams. And there's so much that can be received through connecting with the subconscious mind, because the power of the subconscious mind is intuition. So that's where all of your intuition comes from. That's where the source of your internal wisdom comes from, that storehouse of wisdom that you've collected through lifetimes of learning. Ideally you've collected a lot, maybe not, maybe you're a little behind, but that's okay. We're all wherever we're at, just like in life, in these smaller increments, we're all wherever we're at. So pay attention to your dreams. They can give you tremendous insight. And so I think somebody had a dream on here they wanted to share. Let's see. I had a dream that my ex and I broke my celibacy and went to an NAACP meeting, then an after party. Wow. So like I said, people in dreams are going to represent different characteristics within your own personality. So this dream has nothing to do with your ex. It has everything to do with you. And sex is all about creation. You know what I mean? So like I said, if people represent these characteristics, then, sex is all about creating a new person. So having sex in a dream is all about creating some new quality within yourself. Maybe I'm kind of shy and introverted, and I want to become more extroverted, right? I have to create that within myself. Everyone's capable of being it. But for some of us, if it's not already there and it's not already present in who we are, we have to generate that. We have to create it. So sex internally must occur. So that's because just like to have a baby, the male seed is implanted into the womb of the woman, the egg, where it will gestate over time and grow and build internally until it's finally birthed out into this physical reality. So the same is true within your mind. That's how our thoughts create our reality. I'm sure anybody who's sitting here listening to this has heard before, your thoughts create your reality. But this is the metaphysical mechanics of how that occurs. And it's just, like I said, as within, so without, as above, so below. It's the exact same internally as it is externally. The seed thoughts of the aggressive, masculine conscious mind is implanted into the womb of the subconscious mind, where it will gestate and ruminate. If I'm thinking of becoming extroverted, I'm not just going to suddenly show up at a place out in public and start chatting up with everyone in the room. No, it's not going to happen like that. I have to first get an idea of what that might look like, get an understanding and feeling of what my life might look like, what I may look like, how my life might change, opportunities that might open up, other experiences that might close down and never happen again. That idea starts to take form within the internal womb of the subconscious mind as you start to think about what this situation might occur, what you're actually creating, until it's so much so in your mind developed that it starts to show outwardly. It starts to be birthed into the physical reality. You find yourself chatting it up with someone out in public in line at the grocery store. You know what I mean? You find yourself waving hi to someone as you're walking past them. You find yourself making jokes when you normally would be quiet with a group of friends. You find yourself showing evidence, physical evidence, that this quality is being birthed within you. So that's what sex is going to represent. And so, and then after that, what you've done, you have to identify what it is you're creating within yourself. What ways have you been thinking, I want to be different. I want to grow into this. I want to change and become like this. So you want to look at that. And then the NAACP meeting and then a party, that's showing places are going to represent your state of mind, because places in reality, in our physical reality, are going to show us where we can exist. This is a place to exist. This space is a space to exist. Wherever you're at, look around. That space is allowing you to exist. So it is how that reflects in the consciousness is your state of mind, because that's where you exist mentally. Are you in a festive state of mind, like being at a party? Are you in a productive state of mind, like are you dreaming of being at work? Are you in a relaxed state of mind? Are you in an agitated state of mind? The NAACP meeting and after party just kind of shows me that whatever it is you're creating, there's a purpose for it. You know what I mean? Because the NAACP, they don't meet just to, network and have cookies and soda. You know what I mean? They meet because there's a purpose behind it. There's a mission behind it. So you're being very purposeful and you're celebrating this change. So that's what I would look at. What ways have I been trying to change and grow? And what ways, and whatever it is, it has a purpose. So identify that purpose. Identify how you will personally benefit from changing and growing into this person that you're wanting to be. So let's see. Let me just double check, see if we got any more dreams from people. Thank you. You're welcome. I had a dream that there was a UFO in the sky. Wow. So the sky will represent superconscious mind. So just like I said, the conscious mind is the mind that our physical body uses within this 3D reality. The subconscious mind is the mind that our soul uses within the fourth dimension, which is time. And then the superconscious mind is the mind that our spirit uses within the fifth dimension, which is space. So we're no longer limited by space. Right now, we're locked in this vehicle. I can't go and exist as the tree out in the yard at the same time as existing as myself. I can't bilocate, but within the fifth dimension, you can. That's why the fifth dimension is, when like Christ and Buddha always talked about like loving your neighbor as yourself and the true nature of reality, because they understood through the superconscious mind and the no longer being limited by space, that space is an illusion. Separation is an illusion, the Maya. And so by understanding that, it shifts your perspective. So the sky will represent that superconscious mind. And then UFOs are the vehicles that move around in the sky. You know what I mean? Now there's also planes and things that move around in the sky, but a UFO is what? Unidentified flying object. Flying objects move in the sky, but unidentified. So this is going to show that you don't have, like, you're starting to become a little aware of your spirit, because that's the vehicle that traverses the fifth dimension. That's the vehicle. That's the just like the UFO is the vehicle that traverses through the sky. And so, but you're becoming a little bit aware of it, but you're not quite able to identify exactly what it is. So, maybe you have had some lucid dream experiences or some astral traveling experiences possibly, but in some way you are becoming a little bit more aware of your inner spirit, beyond just your soul. So that's a great dream. That's a great dream. Haven't seen you in forever, friend. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. My daughter was born in March, so her and the family have gotten the majority of the time that I had to pull away from all of this. So I sprinkle in a little bit here and there. I'm glad you caught it. But yeah, join the Metaphysical Mastery community. I'm going to be doing a lot more in there. And so, yeah, catch me in there, the Metaphysical Mastery community. You're going to church this rising. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations. I appreciate it. So yeah, any other dreams that anyone has, feel free to share them. I'll definitely provide an interpretation here. But the main thing that I would encourage all of you to do if you're not doing is writing down your dreams. I'm not talking about, putting them in the notes in your phone or doing an audio recording. You're not doing yourself any favors by doing that, because one of the biggest things about one of the greatest values of dream interpret or writing down your dreams, even if you're not decoding them, writing them down, is as you become more adept in learning and understanding your dreams and what they mean and how to decode them, you can then go back and look back at how far you've come, reading old dreams and seeing where you've come from. It's so much easier when you're writing them down into a journal that's just for your dreams than it is putting it on your notes on your phone, or you're not going to go back and listen to audio recordings. Like, let's be real. So be a scientist, you know what I mean? Create your own data points for you to then, look at and discover what's, more insight into who you are and who you're becoming and what you're developing and what you're manifesting for yourself. Because like I said, your thoughts create your reality. So our dreams are, you're going in and seeing the images within your mind. And so if your thoughts are creating your reality, what is a thought? Does anyone in here know what a thought is? Some might not. It's okay if you don't. So happy I found this live today. I appreciate it. I'm so happy that you found it as well and that you found value in it. Thank you for the share. So if you are if your thoughts create your reality, then we need to identify what a thought is. I think of it as a seed. Whew, that's a powerful way to think of it, because the mind is like a garden. That's why the earth represents the subconscious mind. Like I said, when we're creating our reality, the seed thought of the conscious mind is being planted into the womb of the subconscious mind. But the same analogy can be used with planting a plant in the earth. You know what I mean? The earth is the receptive space to receive the seeds that are planted within it, that then grow roots down below until it sprouts out of the top, and we can visibly see it within this outer reality. But a thought is an image. A thought is an image. Like right now, if I ask you to think of a balloon, you know what I mean? You will be able to say what color the balloon was that you thought of. You know what I mean? If I asked you to think of your dream car, you can describe to me the color of that car, how many doors that car has, you know what I mean? What kind of car, make and model it is. If I ask you to tell me, what you had for breakfast, the breakfast is gone, it's consumed, it's no longer in this physical reality, but you see an image within your mind when you think of this past experience. So our thoughts are images. And so then when we can better understand, when we understand that, we can better understand that when we go in and experience our dreams, we can look around at the images within our mind. So then all it is about understanding the images. And it's just a language. You know what I mean? Just like, everything has a language. Math is a language of numbers and formulas. The written language is a language of words and sentences. Music is a language of beats and melodies, and so the language that our mind speaks in is Lamborghini SVJ. Look, you can tell what color is it? Because you can see it in your mind, the color that you want. Is it all blacked out? Lamborghini, is it the flashy yellow, bright orange? But these images within our mind are going to share with us the insight into what's in our dreams. So the language that our dreams speak in, and that our mind in general speaks in, is a language of images called the universal language of the mind, because it's universal for all of us. And so that language also has a formula, just like words and sentences. The universal language of the mind is form and function. What is the form and how does it function? So we already talked about a car. A car is the form, and its function is to take you to your goal. So it's a vehicle that takes you to your goal. Well, how does that relate to the consciousness? Our physical body is the form, and it is the vehicle that helps us reach our goals in life. So a car represents your body. And so you just, when you understand that language, then you can truly decode with 100% accuracy and clarity what your dreams are trying to tell you. So if you want, you can try to Google your dreams. See, I'll see how that's worked out for you. It never worked out for me. I had all type of resources of like Freudian meanings, Jung meanings, modern meanings, Asian, ancient Chinese meanings, of dreams, and none of them ever made sense. It would always seem like, you look up this symbol, it says this, you look up this symbol, it says this, you look up this symbol, it says this, and now here I am trying to put together a puzzle with pieces from 3 different puzzles, because none of it seems like it connects at all. You know what I mean? Or if you try to go Google what your dream meant, like, oh, I dreamt I was at my grandma's house. She made some food for everybody, and we were swimming in the pool. I mean, if you go and Google grandma and you go Google, you know what? I can't do it here. But, if you Google grandma, what a grandma means in a dream, you Google what a pool means in a dream, and you Google what food means in a dream, none of it is going to seem like it connects. You're going to be like, maybe this kind of might make sense to what's going on. But in the universal language of the mind, I'm telling you, man, when you look at, your grandma's there. So you're connecting with your superconscious mind, because your inner authority, your grandma's an authority figure outside of yourself. So your inner authority, superconscious mind, one of the purpose of the superconscious mind is to hold the blueprint that we've created for ourselves. So if you're having a dream about your grandma, then that is indicating that you are at least in some ways fulfilling that blueprint that you've created for yourself, that is being held within your spirit. So you're following your inner purpose in some way. And then food represents knowledge. I'm not saying knowledge like everything that you heard me say is just information. Until you create an experience for yourself, it's just information. It's not knowledge. You know what I mean? Like I said at the very beginning of this video, what happens when you sleep at night is your consciousness is shifting from your physical body to your astral body. Unless you've experienced that, that's just information. Whether you believe it or not, you're stuck on belief because you haven't created an experience for yourself. The difference between believing something and knowing something is experience. But every single one of us tonight can go to sleep and close our eyes and shut our body down, put our body to sleep and remain awake and watch what happens. We can observe and experience that shift tonight. Any of us can do it. Now, it's not simple because you're so used to also putting your mind to sleep when you put your body to sleep, but it's very possible and very real to put your body to sleep and remain awake and watch and observe what happens. You know what I mean? See how you walk through that door into your dreams. You know what I mean? People say all the time, oh, we can't remember the beginning of a dream. Yes, the hell you can. You know what I mean? That's exactly how, but it's not simple. But it is possible. I mean, well, it's not easy, but it is simple. But by saying that, you can then know what is true. And so that's true knowledge. So food will represent knowledge, the things that you are, because if you go through that experience, then you will have a deeper understanding of what dreams are. I mean, you will be feeding into your soul a deeper understanding of dreams. You understand dreams, meaning your knowledge of dreams are under where you're standing. It's building a stronger foundation for you to stand upon. That's what an understanding is. And so the formation of that is through experience. And so if you're having food in a dream, then that means that you are learning from your life lessons. You are learning from life and you are building understandings and feeding them into your soul, because that's where they are stored, as a permanent storehouse of wisdom. That's our source of intuition. So if you're seeing food in a dream, then that's happening. A pool, water represents life experiences, but a pool is not just a regular, little pool of water. It's man-made, it's engineered, it's designed. Its whole purpose is to have fun. And so if you have a dream that you're with your grandma eating some food and the family's swimming in the pool, then that's representing that you're following your inner guidance and fulfilling the blueprint that you've created for yourself, which is also allowing you to create experiences that are helping you to understand and build understandings of love, understandings of peace, understandings of prosperity, understandings of communication, understandings of friendship, understandings of leadership. Whatever it is, you need to identify what you're understanding from life through following this blueprint and fulfilling it. And it's in allowing you to enjoy your life experiences, like swimming, like having a pool party. You're just enjoying everything about life. You know what I mean? And so that's what the interpretation you're going to receive from a dream like that, if you have a dream like that and you understand the universal language of the mind. Now, if you Google, somebody on here, go Google what seeing your grandma in a dream means, and then Google and let us know, and then Google what food in a dream means, and then Google for us what a swimming pool in a dream means. Let's see what Google says. We should probably do that with a real dream that somebody has, so they can have an experience of, oh, wow, I see the difference between what Google would have told me that seems so disconnected and what what the universal language of the mind would say. What's up, cuz? What's going on? Dragon Chi? I haven't had a dream in a while. Why does that happen? So your dreams are a reflection of how you've been using your mind. So if you're not remembering your dreams, it could just be that you're not putting enough attention on dreams. You're not putting enough importance upon them. You maybe have created a habit of not paying attention to your dreams, so you just don't remember them. Could be a matter of memory, just increasing your memory. Doing a simple memory exercise every single day would definitely benefit that. But mostly it's awareness. You know what I mean? You're not remembering dreams because you're not aware of the experience going on. So if you want to create anything, you need, it's a direct reflection. So if you want to create more awareness internally, you need to create more awareness externally, because your dreams are a reflection of how you've been using your mind. So become more aware throughout the day. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you feeling? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? Yeah, the realionaire. Long time no see. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's ramping up. It's ramping up slowly but surely. I'm finding, just having to find ways to continue to engage that don't take up a lot of my time as much as before, mostly editing videos. So just do lives and post them. According to Google, food means love, enjoyment, nourishment, and self-care. Okay. This is why I don't believe in God. I know God exists. Life is proof. Exactly. You experiencing it. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. I dreamt last night I was in a car riding past a bunch of dead bodies. Wow. Wow. So what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'd be excited to see what Google would say about riding in a car and dead bodies. But in the universal language of the mind, it is in, a car. We already know a car represents our physical body, and why is that? Because our physical body is the vehicle that we use to traverse this life in 3D, in this third dimension, to reach our goals, this is the vehicle we use to go places in life. So that's what the road will represent. The road is the lane, the space in which the car uses to reach those goals. And so the road will represent the path we are on in life, the life path that we choose to reach our goals with this physical body. And so if you're driving, so you're already giving effort and making progress towards your goals. So the dream is your subconscious mind is letting you know, hey, you're moving in the right direction. You know what I mean? And what are you driving past? Dead bodies. You know what I mean? And so death represents change and transformation. Remember, I said that people in our dreams represent different aspects, the characteristics of our personality. I mean, the universal language of the mind is in our real language. Characteristics, the characters within our personality, the persons in our dreams, the characters in our dreams will represent these characteristics within our own personality, the aspects of our own consciousness. And so death represents transformation, changing from one form to another. When you die, you don't cease to exist. You just no longer in this form, you're in a different form. You know what I mean? The energy does not dissipate. You know what I mean? It just transforms and transmutes into something else. So, death represents just ways in which you have changed. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe I'm an agitated person and I've worked to change that. Maybe I'm quick to being angry and I've changed that. Maybe I've been gripped by depression and I've changed that. You know what I mean? Maybe I used to have extreme anxiety. I mean, I used to have depression. I mean, that was even longer ago, but I don't experience that anymore. I've killed that off. And so it's dead. That aspect of me is dead and gone. It's not to be seen again. And so a dream like this is showing that the subconscious mind is reflecting to you how you've been making progress towards your goals. And you're able to see and become aware because you probably looked at them through the window. A window represents awareness because a window allows you to be aware of what's on the other side of the wall, and so you're becoming more, as you're making effort to reach your goals, you're aware of the ways in which you have changed in order to get to where you are. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep identifying what you have changed from, and be very conscious and aware of what you are changing and transforming into. So I appreciate it, you all. If you only catch a piece of this, you want to catch the rest. It was also live on YouTube. You can go see it all on there. All right, but I'll be back. I don't know when, but I will be. Stay tuned. Check out the Metaphysical Mastery community. We're really going to be building that up a lot. There are a ton of resources already in there. If you haven't been in there, the Dream Symbol Glossary is the #1 resource that will be connected to what we've been talking about today. That will give you insight into hundreds of symbols and what that means in the universal language of the mind. All right. Peace.